Capcom vs. SNK. Millennium Fight.
Capcom
There it
versus
is.
SNK.
Millennium Fight 2000 Pro. I guess in the non-pro version, the announcer does say the Millennium Fight part, but in this one he doesn't. But it is the pro version, which I didn't have back in the day on my Dreamcast. I only had the non-pro version because, I got that when it came out. And then the pro version came out, and I was like, oh, well, it's not. And it gives you Dan Hibiki and Joe Higashi, and I don't know, I didn't seem worth it. But I guess it does make a lot of tweaks to the gameplay and such like.
Which groove do you like?
Well, I always play Capcom Groove, so I wish I could just set it on Capcom Groove automatically or something, but I can't, so oh well.
Form up your team.
Now, I just tried my random select script. I wanted to look at, so the only ratio 4s are Evil Ryu, Akuma, and Orochi Iori, okay. Anyway, my script picked Guile. My script told me to make a team with Guile and Ryu. There's Guile. Just the normal versions, not the EX versions. I'm going to pick them with the two heavy attack buttons. Uh-oh. Oh, I screwed up. No, that's the wrong team. I'm so bad. Spent too long talking. Wait, there is no. There is.
Which groove do you like? Form up your team.
Two heavy attack buttons for colors. Normal Guile and normal Ryu. Oh, there is no EX Ryu, that's right. Anyway, my script said normal Ryu, so it's normal Ryu. I was going to re-roll on my script because I'm generally terrible with Guile. Kind of a cool Guile color, though. But I figured I should at least give it one try, and then I'll know. I already found, just while I was testing the sound balance, which hopefully you can hear me, this game is one of the noisiest games. So I had to turn the game sound down pretty far compared to the... down about 3 times as much as I do for most games. Actually, more like 6 times. Turn it down 12 decibels instead of 2. Most fighting games, I guess, 2D fighting games, I would turn it down 4. Now it's down 12, so hopefully you can hear me muttering and understand what I'm trying to say. Now, Guile has crazy super... Oh, yeah, he does. The second one I can do... You have to hold back, and then forward, and then back forward, and then punch. I've almost got the level 3 going, so we'll give that a shot. Oh, I killed him. I wanted to hit him with its level 3 super. Oh well, we'll try the next guy. Get back, forward, punch. Oh, that was not level 3. That was level 2 anyway. That's alright. I'm never gonna get that first one, so far I'm doing alright with Guile. He's pretty springy in this. He's not... Let's see, what was I What was I playing him in? Where I really couldn't handle it. What would that have been? It would have been CVS 2. Oh, it was Alpha 3 Upper on PS2 in the Alpha Anthology.
Get it on.
Round 1, fight.
I was not trying to do many of his special moves there, and of course, this game is actually really easy on the first 2 stages. I have it on medium difficulty. The default difficulty is 2 out of 8. I have it on 4. And I found that can put up decent challenge in later stages, but the first 2 stages, not so much. Oh, that was way too far back. Wow, it still hit him once. Yeah, he's not even blocking right now. Oh, man. But stage 3, they start blocking and actually playing, and then it rapidly gets harder. So really, I guess the idea is the first 2 stages are warm-up. I like that super. The back forward back is actually not... What I really have trouble with in this game are the like half circle motions. Even the quarter circle motions are kind of weird. I just kind of have trouble getting them to register in combination. And for some reason, well... Capcom gave some weird inputs to a lot of the KOF players, or characters, that I don't think they had usually in KOF games. Man, Ryu hasn't got any action yet. I thought probably should have rotated and let him get in, but this is where it actually gets tough, so I'm sure we'll see him. Ratio 2 Honda. Aw, see, I can't do down-up charge moves. Oh, there it was, though. I got him. Tried to butt stomp me, and I beat it with my... I don't know why I did that. I guess the problem is, I have no idea how to combo that super motion in. I guess you can probably buffer the hold. I guess must be able to do that. Like there, I was holding down back, and I probably could have buffered that into a input, but then I don't know. It's not one of the easier super motions to try to combo in on something. Which I guess is probably the point. See, it's too... I'm not even trying to combo it on anything right here, though. Oh, jeez. I thought I'd have time to roll out of that, but... Might be a bit of a startup to rolls in this. A bit more than in KOF. It's interesting. So I use the... the too heavy attack button. Well, the default mapping for the too heavy attack buttons to pick colors. And it gave me gray for both Ryu and... Oh, dang it. And Guile. Oh, get off me. I'll be riding. Oh, that's a fast fireball. That was his heavy fireball. Boom, boom, boom. So this is stage 4. I love this intro. I'm not sure how I feel about the reflected firelight edging around the characters. It's a little distracting, and pretty fake looking and all that, but I mean, I guess it's interesting. They tried something. Oh wow, that was fortunate. Oh, dang it. Oh no. Kept hitting the taunt button. Get off me. Oh, I thought that was me launching the super. Oh, yeah, you can't roll out of stuff. I'm totally playing Guile wrong. So, that is a ridiculously fast kick, and I was... Knowing that, I should have been able to get out of that corner pressure way earlier. I don't know how to play Guile at all. Oh, I got her a little. Look at that kick. That's light kick, of course. Oh, shoot. That's a fast jab, too. I couldn't throw fireballs. I can't play Guile, really, but his lights are so fast in this, you really don't need... I guess you can get away with not being very good at his special moves. So maybe I'll try. I won't take him off my little random team creation list. Or script. Oh yeah, I didn't see the Tatsu coming. Yeah, this gray Ryu color, not super my thing. Okay, wait, so what are Ryu supers here? Yeah, okay, well those are, oh, that's only level 3. I think that's what that means. I think when it says level 3 and max, that means you absolutely have to have a maxed out meter to do it. So he's got this extra super, but it has to be at level 3 and max meter, which is, I guess, like level 4, I don't know. And there's that weird, see the motion for it is, it's not 2 quarter circles, it's 1.5 quarter circles. So weird. I don't know why they did that. I mean, it's different than, well, it's also different buttons. So other than that, he's got forward punch or back kick. So forward punch has got to be a super fireball, and back kick is probably a super Tatsu. I'm almost at, well, should I go for 3 max? I've got plenty of health. I should be able to get there. Let's do it, I guess, if I don't kill Terry in the meanwhile. But he's ratio 2. He oughta... Uh-oh, how do I get out of this? There we go. I ought to be able to hold up, I think. Oh, well, I'm not going to hold up. Yeah, am I at max? I must be at max. Ow. Well, let's try. No, I hate that. I can't handle that menu for some reason. Actually, this menu is weird too. That it gets really see now it won't. Anyway, so yeah, it's 1.5 quarter circles and then kick, and you have to hit. But well, normally you would have to hit both light and heavy attack buttons, but since this is a level 3 only, yeah. So it's a super uppercut. So I guess that's why it's that weird 1.5. It's supposed to be like a super uppercut motion. I don't like it. I do not like it. But I pulled it off. I actually connected with it even. Show me your next something. I love that intro too. Let's go. I love that grab sounds. It's just this big snatch. It's so funny. Like, it sounds totally, like, inorganic. Whoa. Of course, he depped it beautifully. I don't know why I'm trying to do special moves. I can't do charge moves. Oh. Dang it. Oh, shoot. jab, though. That is a fast jab. Easy operation. Actually, I kind of like this color for Guile. Like, his pants look really good. Where are you going? Oh. Dang it. Should have seen that he would do that. Ha! Can't teleport out of that. Oh. Shit, he's so slow. I tried him in my little sound check before I started, and yeah, I can't stand playing Dalsim. He seems especially slow in this, just like he's on like super moon gravity. Drives me nuts. Oh wow, an air throw. Dang it. Thought I could get him as he lands, but it's got such a slow startup. It's another weird thing. You can't roll backwards. I wonder if that's because I'm on Capcom Groove. I don't think so, though. Well, I'll have to try an SNK Groove just to check that. Backhand, yeah. I like the music on this stage. It's a little funky. This is on the original, or no, what am I trying to say? The regular soundtrack, anyway. There is a remixed pro version, but I can't actually. I'm not familiar enough with the regular soundtrack enough to tell the difference. They both seem pretty similar. Dang it. I'm not very good with that super. I don't know exactly how to use it. Wow, that was a handy buffered grab. I love that. That was some good English. Not too huge on that character portrait. Good pecs, though. The face is kind of weird. I love this intro too. So many cool stage intros. And so many cool stages. I mean, look at this. Look at those statues. The darkness in the background. Okay. His first life is pretty weak. But look at the size of those ropes. It's such a cool stage. It's such a simple thing, just big old ropes. They're so cool looking, so evocative of just a thing. Oh shit! Wow, I stuffed his fireball with a sonic boom. Didn't mean to. Dang it! I don't have the spacing on his heavy punch down. Oh shoot! This is going badly. Ooh. Good job. But then he gets back up and he's extra mad and now he's tough. Man, I am in big trouble. So wait a second. No, he doesn't have a level 3 or anything. Well, he doesn't have a special max level 3 super, but I can do level 3 on his other supers if I hit both of the attack buttons, both punches or both kicks, respectively. Well, both kicks or both punches, if I'm reading down there. Together, if I hit both buttons, it'll do a level 3. So I'll try to hit him with my level 3. It's probably going to miss because I'm really bad at aiming this one level 3. One super of his I can do, but maybe it'll have a bigger attack area. Who knows? Wait a second. Now I forgot. Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, it's punches. Okay, good. No, it traded, and it didn't do the level 3. I think the timing for getting the buttons together to register is pretty tight. So now the question, the tactical question, I guess, would be do I try to hold out for the level 3? I'm almost a level 3. I should be able to do it. And then it's a super uppercut motion, basically, with kick, though, which is weird. I can't back out. There it is. Oh, shoot. Of course, this game's kind of funny because it's only got 2 attack buttons. Well, 4 in total. Oh, I'm dead. Holy smokes. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Ow. Well, that's why I shouldn't worry about charging up a level 3 super, because I get super distracted. I'm so bad with supers in general. I should... Well, okay, so I'll do SNK Groove, and I hate charging, so I'll just not have supers. But what I do want to see with SNK Groove is if you can do backwards rolls. I'm guessing you can't. I think rolls are the same no matter which groove you pick. I mean, technically, Capcom Groove shouldn't have rolls, what the heck, but it does. Is there any just regular Capcom game that had rolling? I can't think of one off the top of my head. Let's see what team my script picks for me. Cammy, Kim, and Dan, it said. Well, I don't have a big objection to that. I like Cammy a little too much, I suppose. Okay, SNK Group. Here. Let's use the original heavy kick button for colors. Cammy, Kim, where the heck is Kim? There he is. And these are the normal versions, not EX versions. And Dan. And Dan's one of the 2 new characters. There's no EX Dan, just one Dan. I love that portrait of Dan. I love the Shinkiro portraits you get if you do pick SNK Groove. I love his artwork. But I'm terrible at doing the... You have to charge. What do you hold? You hold the 2 heavy attack buttons to charge.
Lock on.
Whoop, that was a taunt. So this is stage 1. Stage 1, even on medium difficulty, does not really lock. Yeah, so even on SNK Groove, you can't roll backwards. Like I'm holding backwards, but it rolls forwards. Actually, if you want to roll backwards, you just dash backwards. It's weird. That part is a little weird. And I have the options in the main game options you can pick to enable for both grooves, to enable running or dashing. And I tried the dash. I think the default is to have dashes enabled, but the dashes felt really weird. They felt way too sort of short and jumpy. I don't know. I'm not explaining that well, but I didn't like the feeling. Ow! The run option felt much more natural. You can just have neither run nor rolls if you want. But the run feels pretty natural to me. The only weird thing is the backwards rolls. The rolls don't go backwards. Oh, I somehow got charged up. How the heck did... You don't charge by taking damage. So did I accidentally hold... Oh gosh. Well, that was not so great. I mean, I was a ratio 1 and I got him down by a third, but it's the first round, so I should have done way better than that. Okay, I haven't played Kim since years ago, so we'll see how this goes. Not in this game, anyway. And I'm not really... Like in KOF, I don't really feel like I know what I'm doing with Kim. There is that kick of his, though. That's like quarter circle forward in midair. That can be really overpowered in KOF. Oh no, so he's got a charge down up move. I'm bad at those. Oh! God. Stupid Rugal. Rugal, of course. I don't remember if he has like an uppercut. Let's try jerk. So my meter expired. I don't know how the SNK board works. Well, that's a pretty good Kim. I like this Kim so far. I generally like him in the KOF games too. There are some where I really struggle with him, I think. I don't remember which of those would be. I mostly play KOF 2000, and I guess he's okay in there. I don't feel super comfortable except for spamming his air dive kick thing. And I'm not very good with Cammy. Like, I used to always play Cammy, but I wasn't very good. I just liked her jump kicks. And once I realized that her actual special moves are extremely unsafe, that is, if you miss, or if the opponent blocks them specifically, then you're going to get counterattacked pretty bad. See, I can get away with it here because this is only the second stage and the AI is still not really blocking. So it doesn't really matter what you do. And, I mean, in fact, in this case, Cammy is super deadly because she's got huge range with Spiral Arrow, but if Yuri had actually blocked one of those, I would have been in big trouble. Oh, it's so short range, man. Oh no! Oh, so the computer has both of the two new pro characters, Dan and Joe, and they're both kind of jokey characters. I don't think Joe was a jokey character when he first. That was such a lame super. When he first appeared in. Come on, what's he from? Not Fatal Fury, the Fatal Fury series. He's in Fatal Fury 1, actually. Oh, that was accidental, but yeah, I'll take it. Why am I getting beaten so bad by Dan, anyway? Oh, there's a good... So you can... If you were actually good, you could confirm a low kick jab into a spiral arrow, I guess. I didn't confirm, it just came out that way. I can't do hit confirms. I'm a scrub. Oh no, he got me. He got barely hurt though. Yeah, Dan and Joe are pretty much joke characters. Of course, Dan is supposed to be making fun of Rio and I think it's Robert Garcia. Oh, that's a taunt. Don't do that. Oh wow. I'm not even sure what that was. Was that a throw? It's probably just a throw. Yeah, it's just his heavy kick throw. That's a cool animation though. Dang. This Kim is awesome. Oh, I suck with that move though. Joe wasn't a jokey character when he first appeared, but he became kind of more and more goofy. as the Fatal Fury and KOF went on. Actually, I think it was mostly in KOF, which of course mostly came later than Fatal Fury games, but where he started getting particularly goofy. Oh no, I screwed up. Oh man. It's a good throw animation. Capcom did such a good job drawing the SNK characters. The sprites, anyway. And of course, the artist who did the SNK group portraits was, at the time, an SNK employee. It's Shinkiro. Well, I don't know if he's an employee, but he worked for SNK primarily back then. But then nowadays, he is a Capcom artist. And I think that was basically after SNK went bankrupt. Or as they were going bankrupt, more likely. I don't think he did, because they went bankrupt during development of KOF 2000, and I don't think he did any. I can't think of any KOF 2000 Shinkiro artwork off the top of my head, unless maybe there were a couple posters. Man, this Kyo is not. Oh, there he goes. Oh, he's not doing very well. He's a ratio 2. Just kick and throw spamming him. Oh, shoot. Oh, he didn't block that. Watch your toes. Yeah, you're too wait, that doesn't make sense. Too short. What does that mean, anyway? Oh, no. Rio used to be a real nemesis of mine in the, well, actually he still is, as I rediscovered it, and I just recently went back to KOF 98. He terrorizes me in KOF 98. And he did in a couple of the other earlier KOFs as well. In KOF 2000, which is mostly what I had been playing, he's much less tough somehow. Wow, Kim is so mobile in this. I could swear he did like some little auto dash forward there. Oh shoot, that was nice. There are some SNK games where you can really just get away. Maybe it's 2000 I'm thinking of. I don't think you can actually do it you can abuse it too much in 2000. There's some other game I was doing it in where you can just spam Kim, this kick, this special air move with Kim, and just tear through people. It's pretty ridiculous. Oh, jeez. Okay, Dan, you gotta save our heinies. Now, so I think I managed to mention earlier, Dan was partially a parody of Rio here. Rio, of course, is from the Art of Fighting series. Wait a second, do I have that right? It's gotta be right. Pretty sure that's right. Yeah, because it was Rio and Robert who were the first two Art of Fighting playable characters. Right? There was some blonde dude, at least. I'm sure it was him. Just getting a little punch drunk here late at night. So the first three Fatal Fury characters were Joe, Terry, and who's the third? There were three. Can't think of it. Oh wow, range on that heavy cannon spike. Whoop. Oh shoot. Shoot. Not sure what Honda's ranges are. Ah, ugh. Oh, this music is kind of cranking. Oh no! Ah, that was an accidental jump, and that turned out to be bad. It's a pretty cool little introductory animation. Dang! This is a pretty nasty E-Honda. A lot of nasty E-Hondas. Well, I say that, but supposedly he's one of the... If you're playing Ryu, he's a relatively easy matchup, like in the Street Fighter 2 or something, right? Oh no! Wow. Oh yeah, I'm on SNK Groove and I'm not charging my meter, so I've got no supers, which is actually fine by me. Kind of. Except it's, you know, could probably use some heavy firepower against this Mai who is just teeing off on me. Ugh. But I hate manually charging supers. I just can't. Okay, Dan, you gotta save our butts again. Got a ratio 2 to take out. Oh no, I'm in trouble. Shoot. Oh wow, that uppercut worked much better than I thought it would. Dang, she is firing away. Oh man, his Tatsu has a really slow startup in this. Oh shoot. No. She's just too attack crazy. Yeah, you're Boingy. Oh man.
7-0.
I can't blame that one on Dan though. He almost pulled us out of that. He more than pulled his weight. It was well, I don't know whose fault that was. It wasn't great all around. It was my fault. That's the answer.
Capcom.
Should I let the script pick again? Why not? So Dan, EXE Honda, and EX Sakura. I guess I'll go with Capcom. So give me Dan again. I shouldn't take Dan, but I like Dan, so what the heck. There he is. I'm gonna do heavy punch button for colors. Okay, so EXE Honda. You hold start button for EX characters. It says it in the little thing on the left there. Heavy punch, and EX Sakura heavy punch. I don't know the differences between the regular characters and the EX characters yet. I just started playing this game, so I never. I mean, I had it back when it came out on Dreamcast in the day. I like the stand color. Look at this strong purple. So this heavy actually goes relatively far compared to some games, like Alpha. Whichever Alpha 3 Upper is the one I know more. But his Tatsu sucks. Like his Tatsu in Alpha 3 Upper is actually pretty good. But here it's so slow and the arc takes him too high. Oh gosh. This uppercut seems like it might be okay. It doesn't have great... Alright, what are his supers? Back kick. Forward kick. Oh, wow. How many supers does he have? Actually, I did this. I thought he had a level 3. Does. Wait a second. How many? I'm so confused right now. How many supers does this dude have? Forward punch. Forward kick. Back kick. Okay, no, that's it. Yeah, his last super there is a weird one. That katakana to the right of the A button icon says start button or starto button. So you actually have to do the motion 2 quarter circle forwards, then press A plus the start button together. And it does a super taunt. So it actually fills up his it doesn't do any damage as far as I could tell, but it fills up his meter all the way. In fact, I should just do it now. This is stage 1, so what the heck. So that's 4. But I mean, I am almost at level 3 anyway, so it's sort of pointless, but it should charge me back to level 3, so you might as well, right? So forward, and then light kick plus start. So, okay. Yeah. So I don't know if he's invulnerable while doing that. No, he isn't. Oh no. So wait, is it charging now or is it? No. So he got hit out of it, so he didn't get any meter. So that's hilarious. He's not invulnerable. And if they hit him, it stops charging. So I only got... I guess I got like 1 meter. A little less than a meter? I don't know what I got. Wow. Wow, he turned to the green. Poor Dan. I shouldn't have tried that super. Alright, what's Honda got? Oh, he's got the old charge back, forward, and then punch. And he's got a charge down and up. Wow. Charge down and up kick. I'm going to try that. No, wait, that's not a super. That's just a regular. Okay. That's his butt stomp, I think. Yeah. So, okay. Charge back, forward. Okay. And punch. Actually, I'm almost at level 3. Might as well go for it. Well, that was a level 3. You can kind of tell with the red after image that it's a level 3. Dang. Oh, man. I don't know how Guile works, and he's just crushing me. Jeez. Well, this is stage 1. Guile is just murdering me. Jeez. This is nuts. Is he even balanced? As a level 3? Ratio 3? Oh no. I thought I could do a super fireball or something. Yeah, there's... Oh, let's... probably a super Tatsu. Oh gosh. Oh, he caught me. Wow. Oh my gosh. That was not great. I don't want to continue because I don't want to fight Guile again. I'm such a chicken. I do want to play that team again, though. Wait, do I? I mean, it keeps giving me Dan. I'll give it one more shot. It's my own script that's picking Dan. I have no right to complain. I could just man up and pick my own teams, but that's... You know, that would get repetitive. I'd keep picking the same things. Probably. So, okay. Let's do different colors. Let's do light kick buttons. So, Dan, EX Honda, EX Soccer. And hope we don't run into Rugal. That's another cool intro. This stage is so cool, actually. Way it gradually falls apart. Yeah. So is this just default? I think it was just default Dan color on the light kick button. Seems like it. There's 8 colors per character, plus I think plus 2 more if you create 2. You can create up to 2 colors in the editor, I think. Actually, maybe you can do more than that if you have multiple VMUs, maybe. Oh, jeez. Jeez, take it easy there, Dan. Finally connected with the Tatsu. Awkward Tatsu. Dan's got some rage issues. He's a weird looking dude. Huge feet, strangely elongated head, giant eyebrows. Got like, I was gonna say Vulcan, but maybe they're more like Klingon eyebrows. How they shoot up at the outer corner. What other supers do we have here? Oh, he's got so many supers, that's right. So, back kick. I like the sound he made. I was way out of range, unfortunately. Oh no. Get her, yeah! Oh, I don't know what that end part is supposed to do. Jeez, well, it's stage 1, so... Stage 1 Chun-Li didn't feel like doing a whole lot right there. I love that. I love the art here, just the winter font and all that stuff. It's just kind of a very positive looking screen. Colorful. Another awesome stage intro. And just an awesome stage in general. Like, it's a back alley and it should look like garbage, like there's a garbage can, but it actually looks so, I mean, it's just beautiful purpley. It's a really awesome stage. And we haven't even got, the music cranks up, and then I think, does the sort of light effect ever move? I don't remember. I guess maybe it doesn't. That's just the intro I'm thinking of. What's that phone number on the wall? Call now. I can almost... Okay, 920-768. Oh man, this music is kind of cool. Looks like 7685. Don't call that number. It is Capcom technical support. Dang it! That's such a that was his forward quarter circle forward ×2 punch. I love how he automatically taunts after he throws. Jeez. So let's see. So I've done that one I just did. He's got forward kick. Did I do that one earlier? I think no, maybe I didn't. Okay, so that's the one I have to do. Forward kick. Oh, dang it. Stupid yoga fires. Yoga your way out of that Dan spam. Dan's kind of spam colored. A little pinker than spam, I guess. Dan's so cool. Oh! Actually, isn't Dan just coming up for Street Fighter V? It's like one of the last Street Fighter V characters they're gonna do. Or is he out yet? I haven't super been keeping up, but I don't think he's out yet. I should have done a super or something. Ah, dang it. No. Ugh. Yeah, you earned yourself a Tatsu with that sass you were giving me, Vice. That's interesting because Vice and Mature are. No, wait. I was thinking of Iori. That's not Iori, it's Benimaru. Ugh. That pose they put him in at the start there was. Oh, wow. It was a little Benimaru-ish. No, a little Iori-ish. Jeez. Is he grabbing his crotch? He is, isn't he? Wow. Oh, Capcom. Oh, I thought I had him. It's got such a slow startup. How can you ever connect with that? That actually has a really fast startup. Oh, except I'm still not connecting. There we go. Oh, I was trying to piano his punches. Let's do his slap spam. There we go. But I forgot I mapped a taunt button in between light and heavy punch for stupid reasons. Wow, this is Come on, wake up. Why is the game telling me to wake up? Well, we'll get to Sakura, I'm sure. This isn't going to last too much longer. Unless Dan becomes the hero we always knew he could be. King is dangerous. Of course, there is the what's it called, pair match mode, where there's no ratios and every character is effectively just ratio 2, so it's 2 versus 2, with all the characters being the same strength, or more or less. But otherwise, King is always a ratio 1. Ow! Oh, forgot it was super short range. Get her, Dan. Yeah. Such a crazy restaurant. Like, who came up with this idea of this just ginormous, is that bronze or what do you call it when someone's gilded? Giant gilded dragon thing that must, I mean, looks like it weighs 50 tons. He's doing alright. I'm doing alright with Dan. Oh man. Not the face. Okay, this might be some trouble. Oh yeah, that's all I got, huh? Okay. Yeah, that was pretty good. Oh no. That was better. How did he dodge that? play E Honda. Oh. I don't know how to fight Yamazaki either. I'm still having trouble with Yamazaki in KOF 98. I just restarted and oh man. Yeah. Oh no, come on. Not doing that stuff. Oh, that was awesome. Oh shit. Oh, phew. Oh. Yeah. Sakura clutch. Soccer? I can't pronounce things right. What is Dan doing? What's that pose he was doing? See, it was good I left Sakura as the anchor. Totally saved our butts. Oh, this is such a cool stage, too. All these stages are so good.
Round 1, fight.
And I love how there's a Capcom vs. SNK display in the arcade. Like it got it set up on the... What does that say? Capcom Super Machine. It's awesome. Okay, I should probably pay attention because it's Ken. Actually, at first I thought it was Rio. But Ken's probably printed. Pretty dangerous. Oh no. Oh, it went right through him. Dang it. His super just went right through him. How? How can you do that to Dan? Oh no. Ah, I got him. Oh no. Yeah. A lot of trades. Oh well, at least I traded with him on that one. I'm so bad with E-Honda. This, in theory, is a bad matchup. Yeah! Oh no, he's really slow, actually. His down-up kick move. It's really slow to go up in this. I rolled. I totally rolled, man. There we go. Yeah. Oh no. Oh shoot, that was too close. Oh wow, that was an autocorrect. What the heck? Gee. He's cranking away. Huh, team of Ken and Ryu, and they were kind of not that tough. Oh man. Dan mirror match. Yeah, so it sure looks like the light kick button is the default colors. When selecting like that Dan color I had last time, and it's pretty gross. Pea green soup. Ow. What are you doing, man? Oh shoot. Well, they didn't nerf Dan's throw at least, so yeah, a lot of throwing. Oh wow, that had range. Oh no. Oh man. Oh man. Okay. Except I can't grab her because she's too fast. Oh, what the? Jeez. I couldn't handle that. I have that problem with Yuri in some KOF games where she's just too fast. Actually, in KOF 2000, she can be pretty tough. Not in 98, actually. 98 Yuri is... I think I have this right. 98 Yuri is not nearly as tough as 2000 Yuri. Shoot. Oof. This music's actually pretty nice. Dang it, I shouldn't have done that. I knew he'd block that. I love Honda's throw animation. I should actually try his other throw though, his kick throw. Ow! Now I'm gonna get killed. There we go. Oh, it's that. Oh, dang. Dang. Go. Shoot. God, oh, what? Come on. He just got under that way too easy. Oh, man. I thought I had that. Oh, wow. I hate that attack. What am I doing? That's what I was trying to do, and I failed. Shoot. Not going well. Oh, what the heck? Ooh. The grabs in this game are interesting. They really like buffer or something. Like that grab she got on him there, I just blocked, and it kind of almost grabbed automatic. I don't know. Anyway, whatever it was, it worked. So that was good. And now we'll get annihilated by geese, but that's where you want to get to.
You cannot
Dan.
from death.
Dan versus geese.
Round one, fight.
It's interesting because in the Dark Ages here, where I moved out to Eastern Washington from Seattle 3 years ago, and I sold a lot of my game stuff. I sold all my Dreamcast stuff. I hadn't been playing it for ages, for years. And but then I eventually got sort of interested in some fighting games again, and I was kind of missing CVS 1 for some reason. I don't know why I thought of it even, but that didn't go well, did it? That went really badly. And I found out there was a PS1 version of CVS Pro. So I got it, and but the CPU in the PS1 version is really not very good. Like I had to set it on the highest difficulty, and I would still get to the boss just breezing through things on the highest difficulty. But this one seems a lot tougher. Like this is only 4 out of 8 difficulty, and what am I doing? Yeah. Oh wasn't level 3. Damn. That was terrible. When I fixate on doing a super, I just end up doing nothing. Well, I haven't even won one round against these. This is on his easy mode, isn't it? How come he's moving around so much already? Dan made him mad. Jeez. Wow, he was rolling a lot too. That wasn't great. But I got to the boss, so who's off for me? I was gonna say I should end it there, but I want to do one where I pick the team, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I want to see what's there.
Capcom.
But I think I've already tried all of my well, no, I haven't done Evil Ryu. Might as well take him. I don't think I have. I wonder what that message for Evil Ryu. Oh, I guess it just says the same thing for all of them. And there's no EX Evil Ryu, there's just one. So, what button? Let's do the 2 punch buttons. His eyes. Oh, I guess this is the EX Ryu in the game, so that's why you can't EX regular Ryu. Right, yeah, it calls him EX. This is an awesome color. So that was the two punch buttons. Jeez. He doesn't have an air fireball. I thought he might. Oh, this is an awesome color. Holy cow. 2 punch buttons. Awesome color. Every character should have this color. Man, all his moves are just kind of turbo springy. Oh, he's got that hunch. That hunch, man, that says he's just gonna go crazy and kill everybody in sight. Whoops. Oh. How many supers does he have? Wait. Oh. So he's got regular moves there. You have to hit both buttons. So there's regular uppercut, but then there's... I don't know what that is. Like an EX uppercut? Okay, I'll have to try that. I don't know. Then 2 half circle back. Jeez. What is that? Or do you have to... Is that hitting buttons in sequence? So you would have to hit XX forward AY at level 3. I don't know, man. This is crazy stuff. This is outside of my skill level, I think. Well, so I want to see if this is uppercut motion, both punch buttons together, or in sequence. In sequence would be weird. Oh no, it was... Oh, I did... Oh, I think I did. Yeah, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh, it's so weird. Yeah, that's it. So it is hitting them together. And there's a back one. Oh yeah, do that circle back. That wasn't hard to do. This is such a rad color. so glad I found your purple color, Ryu. Evil Ryu. Evil purple color. It's so awesome. Okay, what else do I got? Oh yeah. Oh, so that's 1.5 quarter circle forwards plus punch. So super uppercut punch, basically. Ah, gosh, dang it, I couldn't tell what it was. It looked like a super uppercut, probably. A lot of traded hits today. Trades on supers.
Round 1.
That was an awesome intro. What are some of those other weird... Oh, so I guess... Oh no, there's kick ones. So what is that gonna do? Oh, it's short range. So you want a short range teleport, you do the kick button. You want a longer range teleport, you do the punch buttons. It's got a pretty mean fireball. It's evil fireball coming at you, Ken. Just take my hate. There's a big one. Oh no. Oh, that's right, he doesn't have a super fireball. Ah. Screwed up. Oh man, they drew Iori so good. So wait, so it is a... It's a... come on, move list, you can do it. Yeah. No, back is a super fireball. That's right. Back, super fireball, sort of super uppercut, and then that level 3 thing, which I'm not saving up for so far. Ah, there's another jabbing me out of my super. Oh man, his Tatsu is nasty. Look how fast that Tatsu is. Jeez. You probably... Wow. Jeez. His eyes. What you looking at? I'm gonna kill you. I can't do an evil Ryu voice. This stage... I do feel it's slightly less cool than the others. I mean, the train stage is kind of cool, but just it's so gray, and the giant train sprite is a little washed out looking. Ah! Maybe they were kind of fighting the maximum sprite size for the train or something. Pretty big. Oh, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to do... I was thinking I would do... I wanted to see if I could chain a Tatsu into an uppercut. I'm not coordinated enough to do that, if it's possible. I shouldn't try to do combos. I still want to try it though. Oh. Too jumping. Oh no. I keep forgetting that's not a fireball. It's the back one is a fireball. Ah, jeez. Ugh. Well, that was not great. Give me some health. Not much health. At least Dan. Can't even throw fireballs right now. Ah. Jeez. What am I doing? Oh no, wrong one again. Dan got silly. Oh man, this color, this evil Ryu color, so good. Dang it. Oh man, she's eating my Tatsu alive. Ugh. Ah, jeez. Oh man. Another trade. Well, that's probably why you don't pick a ratio 4. But it's fun. 0. Bink. Pull the plug. Alright, well, I'm going to pull the plug there. Thanks for watching this. Hold on, let me get to the nice blissful option mode music. Oh yeah. There we go. Chill out a little. Thanks for watching this Capcom vs. SNK Pro on Dreamcast stream. I do have, so this is the second of 3 Japanese Dreamcast games, original Naomi arcade games, that I just ordered off eBay, used, sort of re-getting these games after selling them 3 years ago. I just got a hankering, man. Capcom vs. SNK Pro, well, even just the first Capcom vs. SNK, that's the one I had. Just the high-res 2D backgrounds and the great Capcom character sprites and the great music and interface. It's just, I know people kind of regard this as the ugly stepchild compared to CVS2, but I don't know, this game's got a lot of style. I like this game a lot. I even like the silly arbitrary ratio system. But that's just me. I play single player, so balance doesn't infuriate me as much as it no doubt would if this was I was playing multiplayer. So the first one was wait a second, am I thinking this correctly? Well, actually, this was the first one that arrived, and then the second one was Guilty Gear X, which again, that has both high-res backgrounds and high-res characters actually. And that is still one of the best looking fighting games ever made, I think. Still, it looks so smooth. The later games in the series, the Guilty Gear XX games, for some reason I think they changed hardware. Well, they did change hardware. It wasn't on Naomi anymore, I think. I know some of the later ones weren't. And I don't know if they just started, they had to put it at a different resolution for the hardware they were using, but the scaling got all chunky and aliased, but the first GGX, man, on Dreamcast, it's so smooth, so good looking. The colors are so just gorgeous, and it's also a much less complicated game than the Guilty Gear series got later. It is kind of making me want to go through the other Guilty Gear games I do have and compare. Like, I was actually really tempted today to upgrade my PS4 version of Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator, which I guess Revelator itself was a free upgrade from just playing Guilty Gear Xrd. Isn't that how that went? And then, so they upgraded to Revelator, and then after that they put out Xrd Rev 2, and you could upgrade from Revelator to that for just $20, which, you know, would be sort of a good deal, except I think you only got 2 more characters and some new story chapters or something. But I had played a lot of Revelator. I'd actually gone through like all of the story stuff, I think. But I think the game system felt a little too complicated to me. I just couldn't really get into the gameplay a ton. Also, I hated some of the characters, like Bedman. So whatever it was, I didn't get into that. So I never bought the Rev 2 upgrade. I was really tempted looking at it today in the store, because I downloaded I basically just downloaded all of the fighting games I have on PS3 and PS4, and I got out all my PS1 and PS2 fighting games, and I'm re-getting these Dreamcast fighting games, and so I have the Rev 2 demo on my PS4, so I think I'm gonna have to play Revelator and then run the demo and see if, because, you know, supposedly they tweak the gameplay and stuff, so I'll compare. I shouldn't spend $20 on Rev 2 though. It's probably not a game I'm gonna play much. But then I also have the is it Guilty Gear XX Accent Core? Is that the name of the? There's that BlazBlue. I don't know. The names are so crazy in these games, these Arc System Work games. Anyway, I have some kind of Guilty Gear on PS3. I also have GGX on PS2. I just happened to see it in this weird used game store that's no longer around in Seattle shortly before I moved, actually. And it's actually good, except that it doesn't have a progressive 480p screen mode. It's interlaced, so it's 480i, and so next to the VGA Dreamcast one, which of course came out years before, it just doesn't look great. So it plays super well, but it just doesn't have that crisp yet smooth quality that made the Dreamcast one. So the Dreamcast one really blew my socks off. I thought, man, this is the future of fighting games. This high res, at the time 480p was high res, and it is still high res for 2D fighting games, I guess. But yeah, that blew me away. And that was back when they were I say this every time I talk about the game, but that was back when they were hand drawing the sprites instead of rotoscoping them off of 3D models like they do now. I mean, obviously it speeds things up, but the rotoscope stuff they do, like for BlazBlue, just doesn't, to me, quite have the same artistic flair and the same life that the freehand pixel art stuff did on the first Guilty Gear. Well, and on most of the Guilty Gear X, they kept those same sprites. I don't know if they started rotoscoping some of the later characters, like Slayer maybe, but he doesn't look too rotoscoped as far. Anyway, so I've played those two now. As I've come back to this streaming thing after like 2 years away. So I've done GGX yesterday. You can find that in my past broadcasts, and I made a highlight. I guess I can just make a highlight of everything. I don't know. It seems weird, but all right. And so now I've done CVS Pro, and I still have the third Dreamcast game I've ordered coming. And actually, I just got informed late this afternoon that it should be coming tomorrow. So fingers crossed for that one, and I'll be able to do a stream of that tomorrow night. I hope. I'm not going to give away which one it is, but I will say it is not Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which was a Naomi fighting game that came to Dreamcast, because I have that on PS3, and I'm not enough of a... I didn't play that one a ton back in the day. It was way too crazy for me. So I'm not enough of a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 purist to be upset by, the slight differences probably in feel and frame execution and stuff between the Dreamcast version and the PS3 version. I like the PS3 version just fine. It's higher resolution and all that stuff. more convenient. So it's not that. So it's another one that was a Naomi arcade fighting game and then came to Dreamcast. That should be coming tomorrow. I'll have a lot of work to do on that one because there is a lot to unlock in that. And every time I start that game, I have to spend a lot of time unlocking stuff. I did it on PS2. I had YouTube videos of that. My YouTube account got deleted, but so I'll have to do it on Dreamcast. So I will have Dreamcast unlocking videos of this game, this mystery game, hopefully starting tomorrow. And then actually, I forgot when I started this hugely long story that I've gotten myself into telling here that nobody's listening. I have one viewer. I think they're a real person. I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate it. But I guess I'm just going to archive these if I turn it into a highlight and it stays forever. So it's sort of like, you know, having a video on YouTube, kind of. Anyway, I had been resisting because I've been playing a lot of Virtua Fighter lately. Mostly Virtua Fighter 5, but I did play played a little of 2, the pretty excellent version of 2 that's on PS3. And then Virtua Fighter 4, which I got back in the day on PS2 and loved. I really fell in love with that game. It has so many amazing features. Not that I was ever good at it. I actually spent most of my time letting the AI play, and I was, you know, quote-unquote coaching. But because you can actually you can create an AI character and put them into the game's Kumite mode, which is kind of a precursor, kind of a streamlined version of what was called Quest mode in the next game. And the AI will just battle on and level up, and it was fun. It was kind of a cool screensaver, basically. So I love that game, so I've been playing that, but I actually found a lot of the characters kind of tough to play in that I sort of clicked with them much more in 5. 5 is also, the quest mode in 5 is way easier than Kumite in 4. Kumite in 4 is brutal, but I'm still struggling through that with Shun-Di and Kumite. I'm playing 5 other characters in quest mode in 5. I even got so the follow-up to 4 on PS2 was Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution, which was sort of an upgraded version of 4, and they took away the AI mode that I had loved, so that kind of ticked me off, and I never actually played the game much back in the day. But it was a $20 game, and it did sort of take Kumite and make it into quest mode, so there's kind of more there to do. But it also, it had a flash effect, a hit flash. When you hit people, there's flashing, like a sort of little light bulb, a colored flash effect. And lately I've been having eye sensitivity because I didn't have my lighting here in my new apartment adjusted correctly. So I didn't want to play that flashy. It was actually quite a pronounced flash. Later Virtua Fighter games have some hit flash, but it's not nearly that bright as in Evolution. Anyway, so I wasn't playing Evolution. But now that I've fixed the lighting, my eyes feel better, I think I will try playing Evolution some. See if I can get into it and get over my anger at it removing AI mode and all that stuff. And then a bonus game on Evolution, which I totally overlooked originally and I only found out about recently, really, is Virtua Fighter 10th Anniversary, which is a bonus game in the menus of Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution. You go to, like, what's it called, Special or something? Options Special or something? And just, it'll ask you, do you want to run Virtua Fighter 4 10th Anniversary? You're like, what the heck? Or no, it's Virtua Fighter 10th Anniversary, not 4, just Virtua Fighter 10th Anniversary. And it's it's basically, what if you took Virtua Fighter 1 and put the Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution characters into it. So they're using like super low poly versions of all the characters, which are the same models you can actually unlock by leveling up in Kumite in 4 or by saving up enough fight money in quest mode in 4 Evolution. But you play as these low poly Virtua Fighter 1 style characters in 10th anniversary, and it's got the old Virtua Fighter 1 fighting system, so there's no sidestepping. The jumps are super low gravity and super slow low gravity jumps, and you're in these old just plain square arenas, and I think it's even got basically the old music. It's pretty trippy. It's got some bugs in it, some weird glitches. So it's kind of crazy to play. So that's fun. And then I also was playing some Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown, and that does have online, but I don't know. I just play single player. I get all anxious if I try playing online, so I just play single player. But Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown's AI is actually not... It doesn't feel like it's bad. It doesn't feel like it's worse than 5 in a way, except I think what happened was they upgraded everybody's offensive options from 5 to, various updates in the arcade to what became Final Showdown. So everybody's got more offensive moves and all these other things they can do, and I don't think they really upgraded the AI to be able to handle all the additional offense that comes at it now in Final Showdown. So you can just spam a couple moves per character, not just pick a couple moves in Final Showdown with whatever character you like, pretty much, and just spam them, and it'll just keep doing it, and the AI just won't block them all. It'll just start just getting hit. So that was disappointing. So I couldn't really play. Of course, Final Showdown doesn't have a quest mode, but it does have a. If you get all the DLC, which isn't super expensive, it's like, I don't remember what it is, but it's not super bad. It kind of annoyed people how they did that DLC system, but anyway, I did it, and because I really like the costume making mode when you get all the DLC. But if you do get all the DLC, there is a special sparring mode, it's called, in Final Showdown, where you can play all these customized AIs, and that's teams of them. And that's kind of fun. It's not quest mode, but it's still alright. But once I realized you could just attack spam your way through them all, even on the highest setting, there was no point in playing Final Showdown for me anymore, single player. So I just went back to 5 quest mode. But so, in all of that, of course, there's no modern console release of Virtua Fighter 1. There is a standalone little mini arcade cab thing that Sega of Japan is putting out this winter that will have an emulated version of Virtua Fighter 1 in it. And I think it's going to be like $150. Converting to yen from yen, I guess more with shipping and stuff. And I was tempted to get it, but man, I don't have the money for that, and I don't know how much I can really play Virtua Fighter 1. So maybe I'll just have to stick with 10th anniversary. But and then the other one I was missing though was Virtua Fighter 3, which came out on Dreamcast, and I did get. It was actually the Team Battle version, 3TB, that reached Dreamcast, and where I think you can do 2-on-2. Is that what? I forget, but I did get it back in the day on Dreamcast, and I was super excited because I'm old enough that I was a kid when the first Virtua Fighter hit the arcades. And of course, it was a 3D game. Nobody had seen this before, so that was amazing. And so I was super stoked when it was like, I have a Dreamcast and there's going to be a Virtua Fighter game on it. I was so stoked. And I remember I went to some department store or something in Seattle. Specifically, I just rushed out when I found out it came out, and I got it back and tore it open and put the disc in the Dreamcast and booted it up, and man, it was really, there's a lot of grayish colors, and the control was really stiff, and it was a bad first impression. I never really got over it, so I never really got into that game. I have read that the Dreamcast port is not regarded as a great port of the arcade game, so there's that. The US version, which is what I had back then, is supposed to be a little better than the Japanese version, which now the Dreamcast I have now is Japanese Dreamcast because I repurchased a Dreamcast after moving and selling all my Dreamcast stuff because I thought I was going to play KOF 2000 on it. That didn't work out for various reasons, which is another story, but so it's a Japanese Dreamcast, so if I'm going to get Virtua Fighter 3 without getting another Dreamcast, which I don't want to do, I get the Japanese version. The Japanese version is supposed to be even worse than the US version. Like, some of the... I think it doesn't even have an obvious versus mode or something. Like, you just have to start one-player arcade mode and then have somebody plug in a second controller and hit the start button on the second controller to join in and start a versus. I mean, like you would in the arcade, but people complained, and by then fighting games were expected to have a separate versus mode, and Sega had just completely overlooked that. But they did, I think, add a versus mode in the US version. It was something about the character, maybe it's just the shadows. Like, I think the shadows in the Japanese version are really clunky, and like there's holes in them or something like that. And they fixed that to some degree in the US version, something like that. Maybe there's some other thing too. But anyway, so this morning it just occurred to me. Well, so I wasn't getting 3 because A, I didn't like it back in the day, but B, it also has a stage with some flashing light effects. It's a construction stage, and there's like these little lights on the construction girders on this skyscraper, partially constructed skyscraper floor you're fighting on. There's like these little lights on the ground that just flicker, and I don't know what they're supposed to be, but my eyes back when I was feeling bad didn't want to deal with that, so I hadn't got it, but I think I can handle that now, and so I ordered it this morning, so that will come maybe next week sometime. So that'll be a fourth Dreamcast game to play. And I did repurchase, I'll go into it now, why not? I should get to bed, but I can't stop mid-story and nobody cares anyway. So, I got this Dreamcast like a year and a half ago, I guess, maybe a year ago, to play KOF 2000, because I really got a hankering to play 2000. I had been playing the version on PS2 in the Japanese NES collection on PS2, which has 2000, a version of 2000, but that, like a lot of those SNK releases on PS2, some of them do have a progressive scan mode, but that one does not. So it's interlaced, and it just, that was starting to bother me, knowing that there's a Dreamcast version that has VGA 480p. So I got a Dreamcast, I got KF 2000 for it, but what was funny was the one in the NES collection on PS2 and a bunch of those games in those collections are called the quote-unquote Dreamcast versions. And it's got similar stuff, but what I was specifically hoping to do that you can do in the NES KOF 2000 is you can play random character, one-round character battles if you set up the options in the training mode in a certain way. The AI in that doesn't get super tough, but it was kind of what I was enjoying at the time. So I just wanted to do these random one-round battles on that's how I wanted to play 2000, but then I got the Dreamcast version, I was all excited, I was like, yeah, it's the actual Dreamcast version, not just what they call the Dreamcast version on PS2. But then you can't actually set up the options that way. Well, you can set them up, but it doesn't work. The characters won't get KO'd. They just don't die. So that means you can't actually win a 1-round match. So that didn't work. So then I just this was when I felt flush with cash, and I got a consoleized Neo Geo and KOF 2000 on Neo Geo. So that's how I play 2000 now. But so then I had this Dreamcast, and I thought, well, geez, what am I going to do with this Dreamcast? And then it occurred to me that there was a pretty crazy version of Third Strike on Dreamcast with a ton of configuration options, and it's got a 240p display mode, which is pretty sweet. Not that the game ran in 240p in the arcade or anything, but I thought that was cool. So I got Third Strike. I was playing that on Dreamcast, but that version has at least a couple more frames of input delay in it, and that eventually started bothering me just thinking about it. Well, and like I couldn't do uppercuts. Like sometimes I just couldn't even execute uppercuts, much less land them, and so I was blaming that on the input delay. So I stopped playing Third Strike on it, just started playing the PS2. Oh no, that's when I got a PS3. I got a PS3 to play Third Strike after being disappointed with the Dreamcast version on the Dreamcast I had bought for KOF 2000. So anyway, so I have all my other Dreamcast games I have repurchased, aside from these 3 that I just purchased and 3TB, which I just ordered this morning, were KOF 2000 and the Dreamcast Third Strike. And then I also went ahead and got the in Japan it was called W Impact, the Street Fighter 3 W Impact, which is a compilation of the first 2 Street Fighter 3 games. Those both also have a couple extra frames of input delay, but it's kind of fun to see them, I guess. So those are the other Dreamcast games I now have in my new mini Dreamcast collection. And I can't really think of any other fighting games I need on Dreamcast. I think I've really got the unique ones that where there isn't a comparable or better version on a later console. Because the Guilty Gear X on Dreamcast is still the best Guilty Gear X. The CVS Pro, this game here on Dreamcast, is still the best CVS Pro. And then the other game I got is still regarded as the best of that game. I think, yeah, it is. And actually, the Virtua Fighter 3 is still the best release of Virtua Fighter 3, I think, unless there was one on... Was there a VF3 released on some Xbox or other later? Maybe there was. I think there might have been, but I haven't had any Xboxes. Well, a friend of mine who worked at Microsoft, Bungie, and then Microsoft did get me an Xbox once because he just really wanted me to get into the stuff he was into, but I just couldn't do it because I was biased, I guess. I don't know. It was just too much to get into. So I think there was Virtua Fighter 3. I might be making it up. Anyway. So that's why I ordered Virtua Fighter 3, the crappiest version for Dreamcast, Japanese Dreamcast. So anyway, that's it. I really gotta get going. Thank you for watching, listening, all that stuff. To me, playing pretty badly at this CVS Pro that I'm picking back up after all these years. It's still a pretty cool game, I think. I don't expect a lot of people to agree with that, but I know a few who might. So tomorrow, if that other Dreamcast game comes, I will be firing that up. Got a lot to do in that game once it gets here. I guess if that isn't here, I might do Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution, because I'm kind of itching to try that quest mode, actually. And if not that, then I also have bought some games on PS3. Some of them are, what do they call, the PS1 classics or whatever. A couple of those, and then some actual PS3 games, all from the same series, a fighting game series I never really got into before. I tried one way back in the day on PS2 that everybody was going nuts over, and I just wasn't feeling it, so I rented it and played it for like 10 minutes. And I was just like, ugh. But some of these look kind of fun just to goof off with, and they're inexpensive now on PS3, so I went ahead and grabbed them. Well, in particular, some of the later ones have pretty cool modes. Like, they came up with some cool modes, just the kind of modes I like in fighting games, so I'm kind of anxious to check those out, actually. So maybe I would start to crack into those if I didn't do the quest mode in BF4 Evolution for some reason, and of course that's if this third mystery Dreamcast fighting game does not show up tomorrow, but hopefully, fingers crossed, that will show up, because I have a lot to get to in that game. Oh man, I love this lounge music. This is just letting me talk for way too long. I hope I had the volume okay, so you can actually hear me muttering away. So anyway, I really have to go to bed. I stayed up way too long last night, just sort of getting back into Twitch and getting it all set up. And I'm playing Guilty Gear X. So yeah, I am going to say good night. Thank you very much. And I hope to see you back here or just checking out my videos. I am going to try to save them all as highlights so you can come back anytime, and they should be here unless I get myself banned from Twitch like I apparently have from YouTube, but I don't think that'll happen, because I think what YouTube didn't like was my internet at my apartment here, the free internet got upgraded, and suddenly I could upload a lot more videos. So I started uploading a lot of videos, and YouTube decided that was spam. They were all these. I was doing highlights of specific character animations, like when certain characters meet each other in King of Fighters games. These last ones were in CBS Pro, actually. And then I was like doing separate little videos comparing the different versions of the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on PS3, because there was a demo version, a standalone free demo of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on PS3. Then there was the retail release, but if you bought it, you could play it without purchasing it. You could play a little of it. Although they eventually... Well, now when you try it, you can't do the multiplayer. They've shut the multiplayer off. And you can do, I think... You can't do single player, but I think you could do single player... or no, not single player, but couch, versus to some degree. I'm not sure how many characters there would be, because I don't have a non-broken second PS3 controller, I don't think, so I didn't try that. But so there's that, and then if you purchase it and install the little unlock file that you download, then it opens everything up. So I had separate videos of that, and I uploaded all those in one day, and I think they were just looking at all this and saying, man, this dude is just using our service as like a filing system for obscure nonsense that nobody cares about, and that's not what we want. So they decided they didn't want me on YouTube anymore. So I came back to Twitch, which hopefully will be a better fit. I can't do all that. I mean, I was getting super obsessive. I was making playlists on YouTube of every single fighting game character whenever I happened to play them in a game, so it was getting ridiculous. I was spending hours a day just doing all the playlists and video descriptions and highlights, and so maybe this is for the best that I can't do that anymore. I'm just on Twitch, just streaming stuff now on Twitch, because I had actually gotten pretty consistent about playing every night, so if I can maintain a steady streaming schedule, that should work out, right? Pacific time evenings, more or less. Yeah, I think that'll work all right. And if I can just turn every video into a highlight, if I remember, then they'll stick around anyway. So that should be all right, right? I don't know. We'll find out. So that's what I'm trying to figure out these days. But I should be back tomorrow night if I can actually get to bed tonight. So now I am gonna go. I'm gonna go. I swear, I'm gonna go. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.